Live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Delbert.
Favorite options, but there are things that you can do. And with these target date funds, they basically say everybody
did I give it to you or want to give it to you?
On a certain date has the same investment objectives. But that's just not true, because there are people who...
There are no reported accidents or tie-ups to deal with. We find very light traffic on the area roadways, including the major freeways, also the surface streets and around construction. See an accident, call the Doesn'tRetire.com tip line at 821-1111.
When Marlon Shirley was 5, he lost his foot. Today, as the world's fastest amputee, he runs the 100-meter in less than it takes to listen to this. Overcoming Pass It On from the Foundation for a Better Life at Values.com.
I've been a truck driver for 19 years. I've seen it all. Every reason I became a truck driver was gone. I was ready to hang up my keys for good. Until I found BlueBloodhound.com. Blue Bloodhound is a service for us, the truckers. With Blue Bloodhound, you fill out a one-time driver qualification form, and that's it. You're a fully independent driver working as a boss. And now, without needing a truck or a lease, you've got unrestricted access to current runs, desirable...
Advertising hard, 4 years in a row, recipient of the quarterback. I'm the elite sponsor.
Oh, I shot everything.
That's why Blue Bloodhound is here to look out for us. Just like we care about what's in the back of our trucks, they care about who's up there. You work hard for this industry, so check out BlueBloodhound.com and make the industry work for you.
Live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Delbert.
Good afternoon. Welcome to On Target, broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. We're located at 999 Bethel Road. I'm your host, Eric, along with my father, Phil. Boys, we're going to have some fun today. Woohoo! You know, over the past couple of days, I've laughed, I've cried, and it's all in putting together the show for today, because we're going to take a kind of a fun step back and play a little game, Who Said That? And like I said, it will make you laugh, and at times you're going to say, what the heck, who is our politicians?
Will I cry?
You'll cry. That's why we have the tissues there, right?
Oh, excellent.
Yes. We are the owners of LEPD Firearms and Range, interactive law enforcement. But for 1 hour on Saturdays, we put together a group of firearm experts to discuss new products to the market, training tips, and oftentimes political topics surrounding the Second Amendment. Our commitment, though, is to always bring you the facts about the industry and to ultimately help our listeners and our customers with a safe, responsible ownership of firearms. Today on the show, we're going to have some fun with quotes from your politicians, your actors, and notable people when it comes to firearms. If it wasn't so darn scary, it would have been comical as we put this together. But folks, these are the guys making the policies. 1:35, you'll hear from some of these outrageous comments, and like I said, you might want to grab your box of tissues. Coming up at 1:20, though, and sponsored by Be Elite, Mark will unveil his gun of the week, and some might say you've fallen off the ship.
It's a shocker.
Yeah, it is. You know, but I didn't have any options.
Okay, so we'll anticipate that coming up at 1:20. And of course, before that, we will get to some of the news around the industry. If you have any questions, the number is 614-821-WTVN or 1-800-610-WTVN. Follow us on Facebook, that's LEPD Firearms and Range, to get all the latest announcements. And subscribe to our YouTube channel, it's LEPD Firearms and Range. We're putting more and more videos out there each week. We're getting a lot of hits on the videos from the show, which is kind of neat. You can kind of see the behind the scenes before the show starts and during the commercials, which is some of the most heated discussions sometimes.
My only problem with that is I have a radio face, not a video face. So
we can do things to help the video. Right?
Yeah. And you have a video voice, though. See, that's the.
Okay, that's a good point.
If you want to email us throughout the week, it's OnTarget@lepd.com. I know we got some emails this week from customers for questions we didn't quite get to on air. So joining me today in the studio, I have JC from the sales team. JC, you were like a kid in the candy store this week with all the new products when you came in yesterday.
We just got a boatload of new products, and I mean, if you haven't been in the store for a while, or even if you have, they just came in this week. We have new hearing protection, new eye protection from Smith & Wesson. We have compression shirts, which a lot of people want when they have holsters built in. They're really a neat thing, and we're going to talk about it a little later. But the spread of talon grips. So we use these grips on all of the guns we have on the range. They really add a very secure, kind of semi-permanent texture to most of your handguns, and we got a boatload of this stuff.
Yeah, it's neat. It's neat.
Great stuff.
And I also have here to my left our director of training, Mark. Mark, I'm going to pay you a compliment. We have, you guys, the amount of positive responses and compliments we're getting from training through emails just that I'm seeing is incredible. And it's just, I mean, it's really a testament to your, wanting to make sure we do things the right way. And it's great. It shows, with all these comments.
Training through experience. How can you instruct something if you have not used it?
Right. It's showing. I mean, it's showing with the amount of people we have coming back for additional classes. And it's really, this week it came to light. I think, geez, I had 4 or 5 in my inbox this week just complimenting us.
You got a really good one this morning. I'll have to forward you.
Okay.
A really good one.
Are you still paying these people to do this? Or? Oh, no,
that's why we don't make any money on the classes, because we're giving them away free for the reviews.
Oh, no, that's the Best of Columbus Award that you...
Well, no, you buy that one.
Yeah, okay. I also have here Ronnie from Boom Move Tactical. Ronnie, you helped out. A couple questions came in from our listeners this week. I know they came through the OnTarget at LEPD email. They had some questions on cleaning. And
yeah, we did. And that's one thing that I do a lot of is cleaning. Except for
you
Phil's
don't clean
guns.
my guns. All the things that I do for you, Ronnie, I bring in one gun. I said, Ronnie, could you just kind of
You had
well,
3
I
of
had
them.
3 or 4, but yeah. But you wanted to charge me. Come on.
You would. He says it. I would have done them for free. Yeah, it's like.
So I have here to my left too, my father, co-owner Phil. Paul, another week, another gun purchase. Enough said.
Quit having a gun of the week that I like. I mean, that's the thing. You had the Smith & Wesson with Victory 22.
Yeah.
A nice, solid firearm, and I had to have it. Do I need it? No.
Do you have it now?
You bought it? You went ahead and bought that, Rick?
I have it right now. I have it right now.
We also want to welcome Emily. She is taking the place of Sean, answering the phone calls and spinning the records back at the station. So
Emily.
There you go. She probably wasn't even born when the records were there.
A blast from the past.
Does she know what a record is?
45 or 33 in the third.
You don't have to answer that, Em. But be nicer if you give her a call. She's a lot nicer than Sean, that other guy. Yeah. Okay. If you missed the show, you can always catch the podcast on WTVN.com, or if you want to stop by and meet the guys, we're at the showroom anytime throughout the week at 999 Bethel Road. We're also on iHeartRadio every week if you're not close to the radio during showtime. So it is that time to get to the news around the industry. This week is sponsored by Jackson Egress Windows. They are, I don't know if I told you guys this or not, they're the Angie's List Super Service Award winner.
Wow.
Which is not just given out to anyone, and definitely not a paid award. What's that?
I say I tried to buy one.
Yes, so really good guys, and they do wonders with making your basement living area a usable living space by putting an egress window there, so it has a means of getting out in case of a fire. So give them a call, our buddies over at Jackson Egress Windows, 614-260-5130. JC, I know you have a story for us.
Oh, a lot of stuff happening out there. This one just came to light. This is don't want to rehash old things, but that failed program, Fast and Furious, and real quickly, it was an ill-conceived law enforcement operation under the Obama administration to try to track illegal firearms use by the cartel across the border. So they had legitimate dealers allowing purchase to these straw purchases where they would sell it to someone knowing that the guns were going over there.
It's even better because they used stimulus money. Obama cut checks using our stimulus money to stimulate that program and help purchase those guns.
But it's really worked well because the agents lost track of 1,300 automatic weapons. They were supposed to track them, and the agents
they were not given any way to track them.
So we sent 1,300 over to the cartel. Well, the reason this is important, well, the sad thing is one of them was used to kill a U.S. Border Patrol officer. And that was a really sad, that kind of came to light. As a matter of fact, as a result of that, for the first time in the history of the United States, Eric Holder was the Attorney General they actually voted to hold him in criminal and civil contempt of Congress, a standing Attorney General. But what the news is today was that we had was this notorious drug trafficker, El Chapo, the Guzman. Well, sure enough, when they raided his place, guess what they found? A .50 caliber rifle that was one of the Fast and Furious programs.
Are you serious?
The great drug lord with a weapon that we furnished with our tax dollars to him. So, yeah, good job, administration.
$12 million worth of stimulus money went into that program.
$12 million of your tax dollars went to giving cartel members. And how many people were murdered, those will never know. Another one, we talk constantly about the need to protect yourself. Well, this just came out recently. A Cincinnati Enquirer reported that a couple and their 7 and 9-year-old daughters were forced to wait for almost an hour after they made a 911 call. A guy came up on their porch, disorderly, shouting, kicking in their door, beating with a brick on their door and their window. So what do? You call 911. Nothing happened. They called back again. Neighbors called 911, and the dispatcher says, well, we called and forwarded the call, but the officer said, hey, this is nighttime. We don't have a car available. Nighttime? When do you think the criminals come out? So they didn't have a car, and they said, look, we are armed. If he comes in here, we are going to shoot, which they would have the right to do. Didn't come to that, but bottom line is they waited for almost an hour before a police car arrived with this guy beating on their door. But it's the quote, which was in the paper from the assistant police chief. He said, you got to understand the system. If people call in, it goes to the bottom of the chain. And it's going to be held there for an amount of time until we can get somebody there, which may be an hour or so. So we always say when minutes count, or seconds count, the officers are only minutes away. Well, sometimes when seconds count, they may be an hour away. So that is the purpose. Well, the city council member of Cincinnati is this guy we talked about last week running for the U.S. Senate that wants to take away your ability to own a firearm.
Old PG?
This old PG Sittenfeld. So I hope maybe the guy shows up on his door, see how he feels about that.
Lovely. Mr. Ronnie.
A couple quick ones. Did you guys know that Obama owns stock in firearms companies?
Really?
I know it sounds hard to believe, but and it's not a whole lot, but it is part of his pension plan, is stocks in firearm companies. I thought that was really interesting.
Oh, that's really good.
And then I've got one that's pretty interesting too, is that a federal court in Maryland struck down the assault weapons ban.
So, wow, how long has that been into effect? Has it been in effect for a while, or is that
the ban? I think since 2013, and then just recently there was a panel ruling 2-1, on the actual ban itself. So they sent it back down to the local courts to deal with it. But I thought that was pretty interesting.
Oh, that's interesting. So no wonder Obama's the best gun salesman out there. He owns stock in firearms.
Right.
So, and his buddy Bill Clinton owns stock in the electronic smart gun program.
Oh,
surprise!
His buddy, him and Bill are. Never mind.
Guys, did you see? Now this isn't gun related per se, but did you see where D.C. passed a bill? I'm not making this stuff up. To pay people stipends for not committing crimes.
Wait a minute.
They're going to identify 200 people that are high risk, that have been criminals in the past, and they're going to pay them up to $9,000 a year to not commit any more crimes.
So there's going to be criminals going out to commit crimes just to get the $9,000.
Yeah, but $9,000 to criminals not to commit crimes. How do we get on that program? I'll not commit crime for $8,000.
Right.
Put me on the list. Gee, unbelievable. This is crazy. This is what our legislators are doing.
It's like the bizarro world.
Crazy.
So, when we come back, we are going to get to Mark's choice for gun of the week. It's one that might surprise you. Actually, one that is a very big seller in our store. Maybe that's why you caught the bug on that. We are on target. We're broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms and Range. We'll be right back after these commercials.
I wish the election were today. Pick the right person, not what the polls say. And no matter what the speeches and the ads, you don't serve us. We listen to you. We need a leader who's best prepared to be commander-in-chief. And we will turn this country around. Stop the Washington Bull. Bring everybody together.
Take our country back.
Tonight at 8.
Tough talk. So tough.
Hear them again.
It is time.
Fight for your vote.
We have to fight. We will fight. We will fight hard. I will fight. It's called politics.
Hear the 8th GOP debate on News Radio 610 WTVN.
Residing Windows has made it very easy for you to find out how much it costs to put new windows in your home. We send a rep out to your home to take measurements, talk to you about the different windows we offer, and leave you with a quote. The estimates are free, the presentations are short, and there's absolutely no high-pressure sales allowed in my company.
Call Residing Windows today, 777-4806. Be ready to save 35% on all windows you order by March 31st.
When you need answers on home improvement, turn to the Menards app. Whether you're looking to find out what's on sale, what's in stock, or how much flooring you need for your next project, the Menards app has you covered. From weekly flyers, store information, and product calculators, to our gift registry and order tracker, the Menards app puts you in control. Download the free Menards app today on your Apple or Android device, and take us with you wherever you go.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Don Jones from Rutherford Funeral Homes. After 90 years of serving families, we've learned that people in need options. If this sounds like you, we'd like to show you the advantages of pre-planning a funeral. Learn how you can pay for tomorrow's funeral at today's prices, so your family won't have to pay a penny more. If you want to know more about the options you have to reduce stress on your family and give you peace of mind with funeral pre-planning, please call us at 614-885-4006.
Don't miss the Columbus Fishing Expo powered by Ram Trucks. February 12th through the 14th at the Lauschie Building at the Ohio Expo Center in Columbus. Check out the new 2016 Ram Trucks and new boats from Ranger, Tracker, and Nitro. Learn from pros like Mike Iaconelli, Gary Klein, Brett Erler, and others. All while experiencing the latest in the fishing industry all under one roof. 2 kids get in free with every adult at the 2016 Columbus Fishing Expo powered by Ram Truck. Presented by Bob Caldwell, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram Cabela's and 92.3 WCO.
What's the 10th there, Em?
February 12th through the 14th at the Ohio Expo Center. Save $2 online at Columbus Fishing Expo.
You didn't chime in when we were talking about you?
Building Ram 1500, the truck with the best.
All right, hey, there's someone here who wants to say hi.
Finding the one perfect fishing spot that's too far out for other trucks to reach. That's the glory.
Hi, Emily.
Well, angling for a big catch takes
hey, doing great.
Patience.
When are you going to get out here?
1500's gutsy 29 mpg highway that'll give you a safe harbor from people trolling too close.
Well, tomorrow is Sunday, by the way. Tomorrow is Sunday. All right, I'm going to give it back to Eric so he can do the show. See ya.
You can bask in the glory of spending more time on the water and less at the fuel pump.
How long till weather there?
Right now, get a great deal on the only truck that gives you and more glory during Ram Truck Month. Standard pickup class. EPA estimate based on available EcoDiesel V6 4x2 HFE model. Actual results may vary. Ram is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
The most popular artists of today, watch them in the Diamond Cellar Vault Performance Theater. See your favorite artists now. Log on to 610WTVN.com and click on the Diamond Cellar Vault Performance Theater. The Diamond Cellar, the diamond expert since 1947.
Valentine's Day is next week, and Pro Flowers is offering an amazing deal. 1 dozen gorgeous assorted roses with a free glass vase and free chocolates for just $19.99. Order now from Pro Flowers to get huge savings, plus pick the delivery date and it's guaranteed. But hurry, this incredible offer expires this Friday. The only way to get this amazing deal is to visit proflowers.com. Click on the blue radio microphone in the upper right corner and enter the secret code 4949. That's code 4949.
Sound the alarms. We've got a jackpot alert. Prepare to take action. The Powerball jackpot is up to $136 million. And the next drawing will take place tonight. So don't wait. Get your Powerball tickets now.
And sign up for the My Lotto Rewards Club, where any not-winning ticket could be another chance to win. Lottery players are subject to Ohio laws and commission regulations. Please play responsibly.
From the Central Ohio Chevy Dealer Studios, it's Chevy Truck Month. Get to your Central Ohio Chevy dealer and take home a new face of strong. News Radio 610 WTVN, an iHeart radio station.
Your ABC 6 first warning weather. For today, mix of sun and clouds, pleasant temps, high of 43. For tonight, partly cloudy, dry and cool, low of 27. For Sunday, lots of sunshine, especially early on, a little warmer, high of 48. It's currently 40 degrees on your severe weather station, News Radio 610 WTVN.
Traffic and weather every 10 minutes on the 10s, mornings and afternoons. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Every time I see you guys, you're winning this food. I want to talk to you then. You, not you. I want to talk to you after the next break. Hang there.
Welcome back to On Target. We are broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. Our little tribute to Earth, Wind, and Fire. Paul, it was for you. You were off talking.
Sorry, what?
Now you're on.
What now?
I had a little tribute for you. The Earth, Wind, and Fire. The guy died this week, and
I was talking to my protege.
I'm almost afraid to ask on that one.
Wind and Fire.
Yeah, September is one of their big hits.
Hey, that group was never.
It was your era.
I don't care about era. So was Mick Jagger.
Yeah,
but
one of the founders of Jefferson Airplane died also right before that. So,
really?
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, he's coming up next. Well, we are on target. We're broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms and Range, talking about the stars who've passed away. Oh no, that's not. That's the. So we're actually, it's time for that ever anticipated gun of the week. Mark has it this week. This week it is brought to you by Be Elite, folks. And you know how we kind of call it like it is here. We've hinted around many times about awards and people getting awards and so forth. And there's been a lot of advertising here lately in local media about the Best of Columbus recipient. And there's someone out there saying now they've been the recipient for 4 years running. Folks, I'm here to tell you, it's a sham.
Well, if you buy it for 4 years in a row, you can say that you are running for 4 years.
So therefore, it's not really a sham. They
Well, it's
paid
not.
for it.
They did pay for it. They send you the award. They send you the plaque, and you can say we're Best of Columbus.
And it's pretty cool looking.
It is a cool plaque.
Not that I would know. I mean,
You know, you could be Best of Gunsmith in the Columbus.
Do you have enough money though to buy that for 3 years in a row?
$4.98.
Is that what it's up to now? It was something.
I meant $4.98.
No, you can't get the Best of Columbus.
Really though, in all honesty, if you don't care or take seriously the training needed to safely carry a firearm, then honestly, those folks are probably the best for you. But if you are serious about carrying a firearm, about being trained by professionals who have been there, the folks over at Be Elite, it doesn't get much better than that. And we talked about some of the compliments earlier today. It's just, if this is something serious. If you're going to carry a firearm, you need to really think through what that means, and that's what we do here in your group, Mark. So,
well, not just we can take your brand new shooter and get them comfortable, bring them up through the steps properly, and then for CCW, when you leave our class, you know what you can and can't do. Most of the CCW classes, they'll just read what's in the book or what's on the slide with no real life examples of how to apply it.
Right.
So you leave the room not really understanding the CCW system.
What it means. All right, gun of the week. You've fallen off the ship.
Off the wagon.
You got me.
Off the wagon.
Was he on the wagon?
Is it on the wagon or off the wagon?
Well, I would have been on the Glock wagon, so I guess I fell off the Glock wagon for this one particular weapon. And it's the Smith & Wesson Shield. And what got me was when I was looking in the display case, I saw one that did not have an external safety. Now, keep in mind, when Glock came out with the 43, they were also supposed to release the 40 cal also. And the problem was they were having problems with the slide functioning on it. So the 9mm got released, and since I carry a 40, I was really disappointed. So all I had was my 27, so if I wanted something to carry during the summer or something lighter, I didn't have any options. And when I noticed the M&P Shield could be bought without the external safety, it perked my interest. So I looked at it a little more and found out that if you get the one without the external safety and without the, what do they call it?
Magazine disconnect.
Well, yeah, it has a magazine disconnect.
Oh,
you got the little red thing that pops up that says
loaded chamber indicator.
Exactly. I don't want all this garbage. Well, then I found one that had nothing. It is basically a Glock. So it's striker fire, no external safety, none of these little red things that stick up above your sights.
And I have the low profile chamber loaded indicators for those that I can put in.
Well, I got one that does not even have one, and took it out on the range and gave it a few test shots and was amazed at how smooth the trigger and how accurate it was right out of the box.
Excellent.
I'm a little bit surprised, Mark, because I was hearing that you were looking at the High Point 40 cal. And it has all the features that you want.
You must have been having a terrible nightmare when you thought you heard that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I was wrong.
You were wrong.
Sure.
Anyway, so I've been carrying it now for a couple weeks.
Have you liked it? In all honesty, I mean, have you?
Love it.
Do you really?
I love it.
I mean, people were concerned a little bit with the recoil on the 40 in it. Has it been manageable?
If you're an experienced 40 shooter, it's manageable. But if you have not shot a 40 before and you're not comfortable with it in a larger frame, shoot the larger frame first, get comfortable with it, then do it, because when that bullet leaves the barrel, this little barrel, it does snap pretty good.
You know, and that's one thing I tell people too when they ask about that, is that if you shoot the gun once or twice a year, sure, it's going to have a lot of recoil. But if you take it and you shoot it a couple times a month, you know, get in here and practice.
You should be shooting at least once every 60 days.
And JC, they just came out with a ported version of it, which...
Yeah, I would like to have brought that up here, but it was so popular, we went out the door and so we have none left right now. So, but the ported version is really nice, and it also has the sights that it has are the fiber optic ones, but they're really well done, have extra protection around the sight, which I thought was really, really nice.
That's an interesting feature. Out of the box, straight out of the box, I got night sights. You know, you don't see that a lot,
not on the Shields, you really don't. But that's a great. It's great. So
without that external safety, without the magazine safety, and without this annoying chamber indicator, it is identical to a Glock, and it is a dream to shoot.
Well, I mean, and yours came with 3 mags too, right? That was the
3 mags. 2 of them had extenders on them, so there's only 1 mag that goes.
1 7-round and 2 8-rounds. Yep. And, yeah.
Perfect. Good gun of the week. Next week, Paul has the gun of the week. Paul, do you know you already got that in mind? What you're thinking of?
I already know.
All right. When we come back, we're going to play a little game. Who said that? We're going to go around and read off some quotes that will make you laugh or make you cry. We're on target. We're broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms and Range. We're at 999 Bethel Road. We'll be back right after the news.
I'm Nick Soboleski, a select quote agent with a true story that could save you hundreds of dollars a year. A woman named Linda just called. Her husband, Ray, has a 300
You there,
is changing jobs.
How come they get the special shirt?
Okay. Does everything looking all right on your side? Or you cool. Yeah. Hey, when the music doesn't seem very loud when it's coming up in our ear, is that something on your side or my side?
That's almost twice the coverage for less.
It's nothing big. It's just how the guys around here can't hear us.
I get to wear them. Yeah, I got one of those.
All right, I'll get you in a second.
That's 1-800-471-9807. 1-800-471-9807. Or go to selectquote.com. We shop, you save. Get full details on the
Hey, I know. I don't have one. I guess people get one. I guess we don't.
News Radio 610 WTBN
That'll be like on the outside looking in.
151,000 jobs in January, though the unemployment rate dropped to 4.9%. The Labor Department says the figure was lower than the 190,000 jobs expected, though, and the report comes a month after the Fed announced its first interest rate hike in years. Nearly $80 billion will be needed over the next 20 years to reduce sewage overflows and protect the drinking water in the Great Lakes. That number comes from the U.S. EPA. Pollution from sewage overflows and stormwater runoff is one cause of beach closures and destruction population of fish in wildlife habitat. For your ABC6 first warning weather forecast, cloudy and cold tonight, a low of 28. I'm Allison Wyatt for breaking news and weather alerts instantly. Follow us on Twitter at 610 WTVN News.
Other restrictions apply. All personal loans are made by WebBank, maybe Industrial Bank. Member FDIC.
Okay, cool.
Hey guys, it's Andy Dean here. As a radio host and entrepreneur, I've seen firsthand how cash really is king. So instead of getting high interest rate credit cards, I turned to Prosper.com. Prosper's online marketplace connects people who need money with those who want to invest in you. You can use Prosper to borrow up to $35,000 in as few as 5 days. With Prosper.com, you can borrow money for just about anything you want. You can pay off high interest rate credit cards, fix up your house, even plan a vacation. Anything you want, it's your money. Prosper.com is a better way to get the cash you need at a low interest rate. To check your low rate instantly without affecting your good credit, go to Prosper.com/Columbus. So for up to $35,000 in your account in as few as 5 days, go to Prosper.com/Columbus. That's Prosper.com/Columbus.
This Valentine's Day, give your sweetheart rich, chocolatey brownies from the Vermont Brownie Company, featuring decadent flavors like dark chocolate with just a touch of sea salt, buttery maple toffee, and walnut chunk. These brownies are ridiculously good. How good? When Vermont Brownie went on Food Network's Throwdown, they beat world-famous Chef Bobby Flay in a head-to-head competition. Surprise and delight your Valentine with a sampler pack of some of the best brownies she'll ever taste. They're baked using farm fresh ingredients. It's bliss in every bite. To order and save 10%, use code 6666. Your gift comes specially packaged with a free personalized gift card. Go ahead, indulge. What are you waiting for? To get the sweetest gift for under $20, use code 6666 at checkout. That's code 6666 to save 10% at VermontBrownie.com. Delivery is guaranteed. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Business owners rely on Park National Bank for resources and commissions. We make all types of loans in many sizes for many industries. And as your business changes and grows, your lender stays with you. Count on Park National for responsiveness, consistency, and expertise with a commercial loan that fits your business. Local decisions, customized lending solutions. It's our commitment to you. Call Park National Bank today.
It's a school night, the family's starving, so Mom ordered pizza delivery.
That'll be $58 plus tip.
$58 for a pizza?
Car broke down in the rain. Need you to help pay for the repairs.
That's crazy!
That's what AEP wants. Pay them extra. They claim they aren't making enough money. They want a handout, and they want you to hand it to them. Go to FightTheHikes.com. Tell the PUCO no handouts to AEP. Brought to you by the Alliance for Energy Choice.
Getting cold feet? Call Care Heating and Cooling and we'll fix your furnace fast. Call 1-800-COOL-IT.
Live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility, this is On Target, the latest from the firearms industry, the products and politics that affect your hobby and liberty. This program may not be politically correct, but it is On Target. Now, your host, Eric Gilbert.
Welcome back to On Target.
Where'd everybody go?
We are half the show that we started out with here. I'm Eric, your host, broadcasting live today from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. Hey, Mark, welcome back.
Hey, we're back.
We have Mark, our director of training, with us. JC from the sales team. Ronnie, who makes it Boom Boom Tactical, and my father, somewhere in the showroom in the crowd.
You know what? We've got everything we need for the show right now. Just run with it.
I'm going with it now. So we thought we'd take the second half of the show here, have a little fun, and you know, this started out that I was going to go out there and pull a few quotes on some shocking gun quotes or Second Amendment quotes from politicians, and the whole thing kind of snowballed. I didn't realize how many
crazy
idiot politicians there were.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there.
But
you know, real quick, since you're on this topic, you know, they're talking about how all of these crazy liberal politicians are talking about guns and how, you know, they got to do something about it. Well, how about, I found out the other day that 14 people an hour die from alcohol-related incidents. 14 an hour. Isn't
Really?
that a few
Why
more
can't
than
we
any
just-
gun violence?
Why can't we just save one? Let's get rid of
Exactly.
alcohol. If we just
Exactly.
save
We
one
could
person.
establish something called prohibition. What a good idea that could be.
You know what,
right?
JC?
Yeah.
That
It worked out so
But
well
I mean,
the first time.
they're so concerned about all these deaths. I mean, I don't get it.
makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Makes
Could
you
there
wonder.
be another agenda?
Oh no! Are you trying to infer that they're like going after our Second Amendment?
No, you're right. They wouldn't do
No,
that.
they wouldn't do that. No.
So, folks, I have, okay, here Paul Paul's coming back to the table here. Nice you could join us there. So, I'm going to start going right down through here. We'll go kind of back and forth, but you guys ready for the first one? I'm going to start it easy here, okay? As long as you can go in some neighborhoods and it's easier for you to buy a firearm than a book, there are these neighborhoods, you know, where it's easier to buy a handgun and clips than it is to buy fresh vegetables.
Clips.
As long as that's the case, we're going to continue to see unnecessary violence.
Okay, first
Saddam
off,
Hussein.
it's got to be a total idiot because they just said handguns and clips, and anyone that knows firearms knows that clips do not function in a handgun. Clips
That's
work
total-
in a rifle.
That total idiot would be
Saddam Hussein.
No, somebody who really has nothing. I would guess maybe our fearless leader,
that it would be
Obama.
President Obama last
That
year.
explains it.
Right.
Complete idiot.
Same first name.
My turn? Oh, all right.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
All right, here's what. You ready for this one, guys? If I could have gotten 51 votes in the Senate of the United States for an outright ban, picking up every one of them, Mr. and Mrs. America, turn them all in. I would have done it.
She's the crazy lady that has her own CCW and her own guns.
Charles Schumer.
No, it was Dianne Feinstein.
Dianne Feinstein. She would take
Oh,
it
yeah,
away.
that's
If I
right.
could get one more vote, I would take it away from Mr. and Mrs. America. Heck with the Constitution. I'll do what I
But
want.
she would, you know what? She also said that she would not give up her guns because of the position she holds.
Oh yeah, so I can do what I need, but
Well, here, that brings us to the next quote. And I know the sense of helplessness that people feel. I know the urge to arm yourself because that's what I did. I was trained in firearms. I'd walk to the hospital when my husband was sick. I carried a concealed weapon. I made the determination that if somebody was going to try to take me out, I was going to take them with me. And that was again Dianne Feinstein.
So
do as I say, not as I do.
That's what they're all doing because, like I've said before, if they want to do away with guns, they do it first. Get rid of their Secret Service details, get rid of all of their security, and then let's see how much they want to get rid of firearms.
Right. Exactly.
Papa, what you got?
I have a couple.
Okay.
Outside of the killings,
one of my favorite.
Washington has one of the lowest crime rates in the country.
Outside of all the killings.
Wait, say that one more time because this one was great.
Okay. Outside of the killings, Washington has one of the lowest crime rates in the country. Who said that?
I know.
Who was that?
That would be the mayor of D.C., Mayor Marion Barry.
Marion Barry.
What about this one? When personal freedom is being abused, you have to move to limit it.
That sounds like a Clinton statement.
Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Yep.
Also on the Marion Barry quotes, 2 years later after that quote, he was quoted as saying, "The bitch set me up."
The mayor.
So I'm just saying it kind of gets an insight into
cocaine gun-toting mayor.
And wait, the other guy that had the other quote that we just mentioned also said, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman."
Wait, if he said it, he didn't, right?
It really sounded like he was sincere.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? No one will convince me it's anything other than a joke to say that having multiple clips and semi-automatic weapons that can shoot 100 bullets or more at a time is necessary in this state or in this country. It's ridiculous.
Once again, a total idiot using clips in place of magazine, and right there tells you they don't know what they're talking about to begin with.
I'll give you a hint. He has an A+ rating with the Brady campaign. Before he was convicted. Before he was convicted.
Before he was convicted.
That would be Senator Leland Yee, who 2 years ago admitted to conspiring to a multi-million-dollar arms deal to bring shoulder-fired missiles and automatic weapons to the U.S. from a Muslim rebel organization.
Yes, this is one of our leading congressmen.
Right there shows you the agenda. What they want to do, he's arming the bad guys. What they want to do is disarm the good guys, the Americans, which will then give the bad guys total power like they have in every other country they've stuck their nose in.
JC, you have a positive one for us.
This is good. This fits right in. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Thomas Jefferson in his letter to James Madison.
Wow.
I have one, Eric. Okay. This is rather recent. Well, you know, my shotgun will do better for you than your AR-15 because if you want to keep someone away from your house, just fire the shotgun through the door.
Biden. Joe Biden. He also said that you could stand on your porch and shoot it in the air and it will scare anyone away.
And
what goes up must come down. Nothing like teaching gun safety via our Vice President of the United States.
Okay, I got one here. How about, if that Smith & Wesson Model 10 in the case is still here next week, can I have it?
That would be Phil Delma.
Hey, now I resemble that.
You resemble that.
Hey,
Mark.
I have one real quick one. Well, it's not real quick. Which person said this? They endorse a bill introduced by Senator Chuck Schumer that would require licensing and registration for handguns. I stand in support of this common sense legislation to license everyone who wishes to purchase a gun. They say, I also believe that every new handgun sale or transfer should be registered in a national registry such as Chuck is proposing. Who's endorsing that?
Pick any Democrat.
That sounds like all.
How about Hillary Clinton?
Really?
Yes.
Well, here's one that you've got. This kind of lays it all out, and I won't. Once you guess who it is, I'll tell you when he said it. Who said that we cannot go after the Second Amendment, that we have to go after the way Americans think about guns through the media and other sources to make them believe that guns are bad?
Bloomberg.
Nope.
He used to be the right-hand man within the White House, and he is now in one of the biggest cities that have the largest,
And you know what?
Largest homicide by gun.
My goodness.
Where it's illegal to own a gun.
Yeah, where it's illegal to own a gun.
Okay. And then also on that one though, there was another part to that where he said
the bullets.
He said something to the fact that we need to brainwash the people until they believe what we're saying is true, and that was his words and stuff.
That's why they keep repeating it. Here's one. We must reject the idea that every time a law is broken, society is guilty rather than the lawbreaker. It's time to restore the American precept that each individual is accountable for his actions.
Wow, that sounds sensible.
Ronald Reagan, my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
I
got one more real quick one. It says, there's no such thing as a good gun. There's no such thing as a bad gun. A gun in the hands of a bad man is a very dangerous thing. A gun in the hands of a good person is no danger to anyone except the bad guys.
Probably every police officer.
Charlton Heston.
Really?
Yeah.
My man. Okay, real quick. All we ask for is registration, just like we do for cars.
Oh, that would be old Chuck Schumer, wasn't it?
You got that.
Yeah, that's good.
JC, what do you got?
All right. A free people ought not only to be armed, but disciplined. George Washington, the founder of the country. And here's another one. I really like this one. They that give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty nor safety.
Franklin and Jefferson.
Yeah,
that was good. JC, read that one more time. That's powerful.
They that can give up essential liberty to obtain a little temporary safety deserve neither liberty or safety.
Both Ben Franklin and Thomas Jefferson both made that statement.
We need to put that quote up in our store.
We do.
Okay.
Here's one. You have one, Ronnie?
Yeah, any politician who won't trust you with the weapon of your choice clearly cannot be trusted with the power he desires over your life.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Here's these are important ones, folks. These are the founding fathers. Okay, here's a quote. Who said this? The Constitution shall never be construed to prevent the people of the United States who are peaceable citizens from keeping their own arms. Samuel Adams.
Oh, and he knows
President
a
Adams.
thing or two about beer, too.
Yeah, he certainly does. And he's a good one.
Well, we are on target. We are talking today famous quotes. Who said that? And we're going to continue the discussion after the break here. We are broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms Range and Training Facility. We're located at 999 Bethel. If you want to jump in, 614-821-WTVN is the number. We'll be right back.
The Joe O'Reilly Show. When you look at Hillary and you look at Bernie, it's literally 3,500ths of a percentage point. Monday morning.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, I know, it's almost scary. She went 6 for 6 last night. If she had split those, she would have lost.
Wow, you really feel like Bernie Sanders has momentum from that rival, don't you?
Sanders, one young voter, with 84% of votes. I think Clinton is still the
anyway,
News Radio 610 WTVN. Flames were shooting out the front of the fence. I could see why.
You like this? That was Jefferson.
That is correct.
When I first filmed here, I used to do one camera up here, and then I would wheel from left to right.
Muslim stands up there and says we're no longer going to have the National Day of Prayer, but they have the National Islam Day of Prayer now. And then he says we're no longer a Christian nation. Every pastor, father, minister, stand up and go, we are a Christian nation. What does it say on top of the monument? What does the plaque say on top of the monument in D.C.? God, please watch over us in Latin.
You ever read Washington's Prayer to the Nation? We talk about, I remember one of my favorite ones was they went in to talk to Lincoln. It was a really important thing, and Stanton went in to see him and couldn't find him. He was kneeling down in his bed with the Bible, just praying for strength and wisdom.
What about the story about George Washington when no one knew that he was really as religious as he was? His soldiers, he technically on paper, Washington should have lost every battle he lost Major League. One of his soldiers
take a bus.
They crossed the Delaware.
You want a chair? I can get you a chair.
And when the soldier asked him why, he said because God is helping us. His entire group then dropped and joined prayer with him, and they crossed. And they shouldn't have. It was freezing. It was ice. It was a blizzard.
And they're facing this Hessian army would have to be drunk and sleeping from partying on Christmas, but I mean, it could have been it right there. Yeah.
That's what's happened. They took God out of our country, and now God is stepping back.
I agree with you 100% on that. That price was crazy.
Dennis, the dealer you can trust.
This is Michael Davis from Seattle. I'm 51 years old, and 6 months ago, I started taking Andro 400 to increase my testosterone. Since then, I've lost 35 pounds of fat, and my waist went from size 38 to size 32. I have more energy, and I look and feel 20 years younger. And now, my wife tells me I have to take Andro 400. Hi, this is Ron Johnson from Utah. After 10 weeks of taking Andro 400, I lost 13 pounds, and my weight went from 36 to 33. That was 8 years ago. I continue to take Andro 400, and I've maintained my weight at 170.
Not him.
Gained muscle and energy.
Hey,
I'm 63 now.
You want to do weather,
better
Joe?
than I have in 30 years.
Andro 400, the natural way to increase testosterone, lose belly fat, gain energy, and feel great. Try Andro 400, the safe, effective, affordable way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435. Are you overwhelmed in debt?
Face for radio.
Has the unfortunate downturn in the economy thrown you into an undesirable financial position? End the madness. End the madness now. The Law Office of Mark Herger is a debt relief agency that helps people file bankruptcy under the United States Bankruptcy Code. Call 444-LAW-0. That's 444-5290. Bankruptcy may provide relief from the frustration of a sudden job loss, threatening utility shutoff, and humiliating foreclosure of your home. Times are tough. Attorney Mark Herder may be able to file Chapter 7 or Chapter 13 bankruptcy for you. Embarrassing car repossession, an uncivilized divorce, and on top of that, student loan default. End the madness. End the madness now. Call Attorney Mark Herder at 444-LAW-0. Bankruptcy may provide a discreet and dignified solution to your financial problems. Call 444-LAW-0. That's 444 5290 or on the web at markherder.com.
The season of love is upon us. For Valentine's Day, make sure you give her what
Copy.
she really wants.
That's an eternity.
Of course, that's a gift card to the Day Spa voted as the best of Columbus for the past 4 years. Of course, that's the Woodhouse Day Spa. Whether it's for a relaxing massage or a full day of luxury spa treatments, her experience at the Woodhouse Day Spa is the perfect gift. Relax, escape, and indulge at the Woodhouse Day Spa. That's the Woodhouse Day Spa, located in historic Dublin.
From the Central Ohio Chevy Dealer Studios, it's Chevy Truck Month. Get to your Central Ohio Chevy dealer and take home the new face of strong. News Radio 610 WTVN, an iHeart radio station.
Oh, I'm on? Oh, it's your ABC6 first warning weather. Beautiful today. The sun's shining. It's supposed to be in the mid-40s. They were predicting 43. I think it's warmer than that already. Tonight, a few clouds and about 27. That's my guess. That's what I saw earlier, so I think it's probably about right. 42 right now at your severe weather station. News Radio 610 WTVN.
News reports on the top and 30 minutes past the hour. Breaking news immediately. News Radio 610 WTVN.
Welcome back to On Target. We're spinning the record today with Joe Bradley.
Is this the Bernie Sanders fan club? I showed up to see Bernie. Apparently not. Is it the Hillary fan club? Where's Hillary? I need to get this headset back up because Phil's not going to be happy.
Don't you have your own show, Joe?
Yeah, occasionally, yeah.
I heard that you do that.
A couple times a week, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
You still trying to get into that radio thing?
Yeah, still just trying to break into it. It's it's taken me a while. I'm just a slow learner. There's a lot of that around here. Some of you can relate.
Right.
I'm not going to mention any names.
He is looking at you, Eric.
I'm just looking at him because I'm talking to him.
Oh, okay.
All right, Phil, here's your headset back. Thank you for the use of it.
That is Joe Bradley in the house, folks, doing the weather for us. We are broadcasting live from LEPD Firearms and Range. Today we're talking about quotes, famous quotes that will shock you, that will make you cry. And you guys are all on now.
Oh, I got one.
Yep.
I have a very strict gun control policy. If there's a gun around, I want to be in control of it. Who said that?
Me.
Just about all of us. Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood. That's a great. I like that. That's a great quote.
Okay, how about this? Okay, you ready for this one? This gun control advocate bought her son a powerful rifle for Christmas and may have actually skirted Delaware state background check requirements, the Daily News has learned. She reveals in a new memoir that she bought her son a Remington 30-06 complete with scope and safety lock at Lou's gun shop. I can't describe how I felt when I picked up that rifle, loaded it into my car, and drove home, she writes. It seems so incredibly strange coming from Sarah Brady.
Sarah, wow, no, really?
Yep, right there.
Wow.
What else you got, JC?
This is a good one, and this kind of sums up everything. I don't know if anyone's going to guess the author of this quote, but listen to this. Okay. Before a standing army can rule, the people must be disarmed, as they are in almost every country in Europe. The supreme power in America cannot enforce unjust laws by the sword, because the whole body of the people are armed and constitute a force superior to any band of regular troops. Noah Webster on his this is back in 1787, but he wrote an examination of the leading principles of the federal Constitution. So that is what he was warning us of.
It's amazing how those founding fathers, like we were talking to Break Mark, how they seem to have had a crystal ball at times.
Well, if you read their journals forecast everything that's happening right now.
Here's one that says, laws that forbid the carrying of arms disarm only those who are neither inclined nor determined to commit crimes. Such laws make things worse for the assaulted and better for the assailants. They serve rather to encourage than to prevent homicides. For an unarmed man may be attacked with greater confidence than an armed man.
This is one of the most brilliant people in America, Thomas Jefferson.
Yeah.
Wow. How about this? I may not be the toughest guy on the block, but the tough guys don't mess with me.
that would be yours truly, Philadelphia. Except that I say it a little bit different than that.
Catch that on the podcast. As we, well, guys, that is actually wrapping it up. Believe it or not, we had so many more quotes. We had to extend it to next week. Next week, though, we're going to talk a little bit about lights and lasers, and who knows, maybe we'll throw in a few more of these quotes. Thanks for spending the last hour with us. Stop by and see us anytime. We're at 999 Bethel Road, just off of 315. We're all here all the time, and if we can certainly help you out with something, we will. Send us an email. That's ontarget@lepd.com. Thanks for spending the hour with us, and we will see you all back here next week.
This Valentine's Day, give your sweetheart rich, chocolatey brownies from the Vermont Brownie.
We're doing both sides.
Featuring flavors like dark chocolate with just a touch of sea salt, buttery maple topping, and walnut chunks. These brownies are ridiculously good. How good? When Vermont Brownie went on Food Network's Throwdown, they beat world-famous Chef Bobby Flay in a head-to-head competition. Surprise and delight your Valentine with a sampler pack of some of the best brownies she'll ever taste. They're baked using farm fresh ingredients. It's bliss in every bite. To order and save 10%, use code 6666. Your gift comes specially packaged with a free personalized gift